Today we're going to talk about the Tudor Black Bay 58. Specifically, I'm going to focus on the navy blue version, which is the new hotness. I'm recording this video on August 1st of 2020, and this watch just made it to market recently. But I also have with me the black version, which has been out for a little while now, and I love this version as well. So this has a matte black dial with gilt text on the dial. It has a little red triangle for the rotating bezel. It also has snowflake hands. So the snowflake hands have been around for a long time in Tudor's history. Earlier divers, the Submariner, featured those. The black version is a little bit different than the blue one in that this doesn't have any faux patina on the hands like the black does. Also, there's no gilt printing on the dial. In this case, it's just a solid white. The caliber MT5402 is an in-house movement that Tudor manufactured. It's a little confusing in that Canisi, which is partially owned by Tudor, actually manufactures the movement. So Canisi, while owned by Tudor, it's also partially owned by another big watch brand, Chanel. This particular watch has a 70-hour power reserve. It's got a depth rating of 200 meters, so you can certainly take this thing diving on your desk and feel free to swim all day long with it. You could technically go scuba diving with it as well. The navy blue version, the newest one, lights up the night. So the lume on here is exceptional. So does this one for that matter. These watches feature a big crown without crown guards. Now, you know the name of my channel is Guarded Crown, so obviously I'm a fan of crown guards, but I do love this watch and its clean sort of vintage aesthetic without the crown guards. You certainly have to be more careful from striking it against a surface when you're unprotected in that regard, but it looks beautiful. On the dial, there's a Tudor shield at the 12 o'clock, but on the crown, there's a Tudor Rose logo, which is a reference to Tudor's past. The original logo for Tudor was the Tudor Rose. The watch wears very thin because, well, it is very thin. Compared to the bigger brother of this watch, the 41 millimeter, this feels like it's half the weight of that watch. It certainly feels like it's half the height. I own both of them, and what I notice is that I regularly knock my 41 millimeter Black Bay around. This one, not so much. It's a 39 millimeter case, again, a little bit smaller than the 41, which looks great. It gives, even someone with like gorilla hands like me, it gives you the sort of the feeling of wearing something vintage, without that fear of damaging something vintage. Typically, there's a much bigger buy-in for a vintage watch than there would be for a new watch with a contemporary movement that can handle a banging like this one can. Anyway, I absolutely love these two. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.